G'day traders, we're going to wrap up the markets for Monday the 21st of October. Just going to drag over the 15-minute chart. Where is it? There we go, so we can have a bit of a look at what's happening. So here's the day that, we just finished the day and doing the wrap up now, and here's the day here. Overall we had quite a tight range. We can see the market is, on the up move here. It's moving to the upside. It's got direction momentum on it, heading upwards. However, we've formed this little bit of a, certainly a sideways trend. It's not a full-on reversal yet. It's starting to really, fail at these higher points here. You can see a couple of these candles. They've tried to break through. We've got some wicks here, and then they've really come back quite quickly. But at the same time, they're holding this particular area here. We've got a fairly major support and resistance area, which it's bounced off quite a few times. So we've got a high point here, and then all of a sudden this roof has acted as a floor here. So we've had this line in as we're starting today, and then again it's reacted off it too. So as soon as you see a market react to an area, at least 3 times, and especially if it's from a lower side and upside, that forms quite a significant area around that price, and you want to be aware of that because the market's obviously got something going on there, and each time it comes back to the area it's going to react. So that's why we've marked it. It's marked here and had this line in before we started trading today. So it's an area to be aware of, and if we're looking to trade as we come down to this area, we've got to be wary of that. The market could hold and potentially turn at this point, and we'll see this in a bit closer detail as we look at these 1-minute charts now. And I've got it marked in blue again. That's those same support and resistance areas. We go and find them on the 15-minute charts and always talk about them before the start of the trading session. And then we plot them on the 1-minute chart. So as we're trading along, we're very much aware of it. So if we're looking at the downside as we're coming down here, we don't want to look at taking a sell trade right here if we need the market to push through and find profit out the other side, because the chances are, yes, it might go through, but there's also, if there's a reason this line's here, it's held in the past, so we want to be wary of that. And we can see this is a prime example. This one's held and started heading back in the opposite direction. So you can either use it to keep you out of trades, as in, okay, just let it go past the area first, and if it does go past, you could potentially use it to come back as a resistance to continue down. Or if it decides to hold, you can look at it some sort of reversal trade or some sort of buying trade if you wanted to, as it holds this area and looks to go higher. Specifically, in the trading room, we don't tend to specifically use them as a trading area. We're just very much aware of them and use them in relation to other trading areas as more of a guide. So in starting today, you can see these boxes that we always put in, and these boxes, they're just there to give the market some structure, or to break the market up so we can see what's happening. So basically we've got this first box, which is always what we call the pre-market box. We just box the high and low point. Zoom in again. So there we go, we've got a low point there, fairly significant high point. So that's a bit of a range there. And it's, we want to know what the market wants to do when it comes around those 2 areas there. So we can see we've come up, back here, let's start back at the open. We'll open up the market. We're just sort of dealing sideways. They're pushing up, pushing down, pushing up. There's nothing really going on yet. We're not going to certainly guess and hope the market goes up or down either way. It's just we want to see some sort of consolidation or movement or momentum outside of these boxes. So we've popped up here with no sort of great amount of extension or power outside this box. You can see it's just got up there and sort of come back within the range. I've got another little box there because what we're doing is just up until 10 o'clock. We just want to mark a significant swing point. So that swing point has just got outside the pre-market, not by far. So we just extend that box a bit there and use that as a significant area. So if the market wants to come back at the top of this box, we'll use it as a potential breakout trade, a hold and continue trade if the trend gets outside, or even mean reversion where the market comes up, stalls and heads back within the range. So we can use it a couple of ways, but it's just a way of segmenting the market. So the market's popped up and still you wouldn't really consider it's got outside or momentum outside of the range yet. So you'd still call this very flat, and market's really unsure of what it wants to do. What I would note is as we're coming back here down towards this power point, if you're really confident in the upside and the market heading back to the top of this box, you could be looking to buy this particular power point. But this is why we look at other markets, to give us a really good idea of what's happening. I certainly wouldn't have been looking to treat this as a buying area or an area that's going to hold, because if you look at this, where my cursor is, Look at it compared to the other markets, especially the Russell. This market up here, it's really pushing back and getting some momentum, a lot of pressure to the downside. There's some sellers certainly coming into this Russell, and you can see that it's continued and pushed straight through its lows and got quite a bit of a push to the downside there. So as we're coming down like this, we'd sort of be very wary. We can see the other markets selling off, so certainly wouldn't be looking to buy at this particular stage. Then, of course, we've come down to this significant support and resistance area, and almost to the tick. It's bounced off it. It's bounced, just by coincidence, straight off a PowerPoint. As far as buying this as a PowerPoint, it's very hard. Like, you never buy the lows of the market. That's sort of really flirting with danger, even if it is a support and resistance area. If you're ever buying it, you want to see momentum and direction. Trend, pull back. If the market's up outside this box and the PowerPoint lines up at the top of this box, the buy and continue, and you've got other marks on your side, yeah, absolutely, that's a high probability area. But something like this, where it's coming down and it's near the lows, it's got potential to, even though there's some support areas here, it's got potential to continue on and really start to sell off. Then you want to be careful of that. So from there, it's just really dealt sideways. We're coming into the lunchtime period now, and you can see price action very slow, very much in a tight width, in a tight range, right in the middle of this pre-market box. There's no solid indication or direction momentum. Certainly, just to be guessing if you're trading any of these sort of areas. So, just one of those days where it's really just best to sit on your hands because there's no trend or momentum. So occasionally you'll get days like that, especially Monday and Friday. They can be the slower days, and those middle days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, can be the best trading days. And you can see we've come down back to that support resistance area. It's tried to push through it. It's got a little way through. It's got 6 ticks through it, but it's really just gone sideways along it, and in the end, it's held it again. So, the support and resistance area is certainly holding at this particular stage. So that's Monday. Certainly one of the slower days, tight ranging days. But what I'd take from today is you don't have to trade every single day. If you have to sit on your hands and wait, so be it. Always let the market come to you as opposed to you just looking for something. You don't have to be trading. In the end, you're going to make better profits, through the months and through the years if you just stick true to your system, to your methods, and make sure you trade them. And if you get a slow day like today, so be it. It's just we sit there and wait. If all day no trade comes along, that's completely fine. We wait for the next day. There's always another day. So that's the day done, and we're back and do it all again on Tuesday.